Book 1 of Jerusalem Delivered. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Thomas Copeland. Jerusalem Delivered by Torquato Tasso. Translated by Edward Fairfax. Book 1. The Argument.
God sends his angel to Tortosa down. Godfrey unites the Christian peers and knights, and all the lords and princes of renown choose him their duke, to rule the wars and fights. He mustereth all his host, whose number known, he sends them to the fort that Zion heights. The aged tyrant Judah's land that guides, in fear and trouble to resist provides. The sacred armies and the godly night, that the great sepulchre of Christ did free, I sing. Much wrought his valor and foresight, and in that glorious war much suffered he. In vain gainst him did hell oppose her might, in vain the Turks and Morians armed be. His soldiers wild, to brawls and mutins pressed, reduced he to peace, so heaven him blessed. O heavenly muse, that not with fading bays deckest thy brow by the Heliconian spring, but sittest crowned with stars' immortal rays in heaven, where legions of bright angels sing, inspire life in my wit, my thoughts upraise, my verse ennoble, and forgive the thing if fiction's light I mix with truth divine, and fill these lines with other praise than thine. Thither thou know'st the world is best inclined, where luring Parnass most his sweets imparts, and truth conveyed in verse of gentle kind, to read perhaps will move the dullest hearts. So we, if children young diseased we find, anoint with sweets the vessel's foremost parts, to make them taste the potion sharp we give. They drink deceived, and so deceived they live. Ye noble princes, that protect and save the pilgrim muses, and their ship defend from rock of ignorance and error's wave, your gracious eyes upon this labor bend. To you these tales of love and conquest brave I dedicate, to you this work I send. My muse hereafter shall perhaps unfold your fights, your battles, and your combats bold. For if the Christian princes ever strive to win fair Greece out of the tyrant's hands, and those usurping Ismaelites deprive of woeful Thrace, which now captived stands, you must from realms and seas the Turks forth drive, as Godfrey chased them from Judah's lands. And in this legend all that glorious deed read whilst you arm you whilst you read. 6 years were run, since first in martial guise the Christian lords warrayed the eastern land, Nice by assault and Antioch by surprise. Both fair, both rich, both won, both conquered stand. And this defended they in noblest wise, gainst Persian knights and many a valiant band. Tortosa won, lest winter might them shend, they drew to holds, and coming spring attend. The sullen season now was come and gone, that forced them late cease from no noble war, when God Almighty from his lofty throne set in those parts of heaven that purest are, as far above the clear stars every one as it is hence up to the highest star, looked down, and all at once this world beheld, each land, each city, country, town, and field. All things he viewed. At last in Sirius stayed upon the Christian lords his gracious eye, that wondrous look wherewith he oft surveyed men's secret thoughts that most concealed lie, he cast on puissant Godfrey, that essayed to drive the Turks from Sion's bulwarks high, and full of zeal and faith, esteemed light all worldly honor, empire, treasure, might. In Baldwin next he spied another thought, whom spirits proud to vain ambition move. Tancred he saw his life's joy set at naught, so woebegone was he with pains of love. Bohemond, the conquered folk of Antioch, brought the gentle yoke of Christian rule to prove. He taught them laws, statutes, and customs new, arts, crafts, obedience, and religion true. And with such care his busy work he plied, that to naught else his acting thoughts he bent. In young Renaud
Sample complete. Ready to continue?